What's going on, guys? Just a quick urban camping update for you. Well, I'm about 1.5 months into this, close to it, just shy of, and it's been a really cool experience. I've had my issues. I'll show you one of those right now. KO'd the laptop about 2 days ago, so now I got a full-size computer monitor in here. Probably can't see it, but yeah, really been kind of a cramp on the space. I had it wedged up against the wall and leaned against it, whatever, shattered the screen, and I can fix it, no big deal. But the cool thing about this is that was kind of my last link, my last permanent link, and I went a couple days without any real internet. Not really a couple days, maybe a full day. And it was kind of cool because it forced me to not really rely on that to take up my spare time. So I ended up just walked about, I don't know, 10, maybe 15 miles. And some of the things that I've noticed, and this is interesting because a couple of comments I've been getting recently from people who kind of rediscovered the old PD Lumina is, hey, great to see you back. Oh man, I'm so sorry about your position and where you are. And that's not how it is to me. Anyways, it's really been an eye-opener, and again, this is an experiment. I'm debating next month whether to go back on grid or not because, well, that's a different story. But the thing that really stands out is when you become completely detached from everything. And I'll reference a video. I might get the name wrong. It was a Raw Dog video, yes, indeed. And it was like, when is it finally going to end? Something like that. And he spends basically 15 minutes bitching about his house and everything that's gone wrong with it, his dental care and other. It basically bitching about life, And it's interesting because you can be happy no matter where you are. And I've talked to a few of the homeless people that I happen to see around here, and for the most part, the ones that aren't completely nuts are pretty happy. I mean, they're not like super like Richard Branson, super rich happy, but they're content with their lifestyle. And it's interesting because this is kind of one of the things that I want to figure out with this experiment. Kind of a philosophical philosophy type thing, and it reminds me of the story. I'll give it to you real quick. The synopsis of ancient Rome. And there was this guy that just sat around. And he was lazy all day and hung out, but he was always happy. And word got to the emperor of this guy. He said, how can a man with so little be so happy? So the emperor went to see this guy and said, sir, I will give you anything you want if you tell me the secret to your happiness. And the man simply looked at the emperor and said, yes, if you don't mind, could you please get out of the sun? You're blocking my sunlight. And it's an interesting perspective. Also, heightened senses. For anyone that's been camping, real camping, like out in the woods, to where the only thing you might hear occasionally is a plane fly over, but other than that, no humanity. You know that your senses get very heightened. And that's just anything, little things, observations, stuff that you're, in society, there's so much noise, so a lot of that gets drowned out. I'm sorry, you have to drown a lot of that out when you're in your everyday life, and I've become a lot more keen to the little things that are going on, kind of the trees, people's movements, even footsteps are very interesting if you ever pay attention to them, like different sounds that people making. And when you start to get into it, you can hear footsteps really, really far away. A couple of the comments on my videos, people who followed my old channel, the PD Lumina channel, have been saying that, hey, great to have you back, man, that's awesome, you're back. But, oh man, I'm so sorry to hear about your situation. And I don't want anyone to think that that's really, why I am where I am. I'm really doing this as more of an experiment. Obviously there are benefits to it. I'll save quite a bit of money. But, I was watching a Raw Dog video, and this is like maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And, not to bag on him or anything, but he was really, really angry in this video, and it was something on like, when is it going to end was the title of the video. and he starts bitching about the services and dental bills, and something goes wrong with his house, and all of this. And it's like, how can someone with so much be so unhappy? And it kind of enlightens me. Not that he's unhappy, I'm sure he's a very happy guy. But in this video, he was focusing on the negative things in his life. That, your situation is kind of what you make of it. And that's something very interesting to me. It gives you a lot of perspective. And I think that coming with this perspective, realizing that it's really a journey, and it's not, I feel like people are coming at me saying, I feel bad that you don't have all this stuff. I'm so sorry that you gave up all your stuff and your domicile. And although this is not going to be a permanent situation for me, I'm much happier than I was in my apartment. So it's strange. There are certain habits that you have to break, and certain things that you have to get used to, and these are things that, they just hit you, right in the chest. There's no getting around it. You can't just get on the internet whenever you want to. You have to make sure you're parked in the right spot. Sometimes your house is too hot. Sometimes you lock yourself out of your house, and you have to go run around town for a coat hanger. But once you get used to the idea that you don't have to drive everywhere, that walking can be a very enlightening experience, the exercise actually heightens your mood. It's just it's everything that I wanted to get out of doing why I did what I did. Why I took my some of my savings and put it into an urban camping vehicle instead of, paying for like 6 months of rent on an apartment. So, for those of you that wanted the urban camping update, there it is.